Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at these charts. We've got a Patreon live stream this tonight. If you want to join for that, there's links in the description below. And let's just have a little measure of what's been going on recently. So from the peak to the wick low, we've had a pullback of 5.5%. That's kind of what we were saying. I don't know if it was on this channel or on the Patreon, but we were talking about a 5% pullback is, on the cards for Bitcoin. Anywhere down to any of these moving averages. We haven't actually hit the 21 or the 20 yet, which is down here at 62,600. And then lower than that, we've got the 50 here at 61,004. And then obviously the 200, which is roughly around 60. All of that absolutely still on the cards. But so far, having a nice little bounce. Now, it's not just Bitcoin that's bouncing. The S&P did a very strange little move yesterday. Quite a powerful little move, actually. Moved all the way down here and bounced all the way up to the top. 123. 1.23% is the bounce that it did. And now it's sort of like falling back down again as it failed to make a new local high. So fair enough. Okay, so fair enough. There's life in the old stocks yet. However, the same reads exist. Bearish divergence on all time frames. And we will see the overheated money flow index read again. We are resetting though, so if we do sort of pull back, the top of this trend line seems reasonable. But anyway, we're not bothered about stocks. I'm just pointing it to you that the pullback and the bounce happened for stocks. Let's just focus on Bitcoin and crypto. So let's move it to a 4-hourly time frame. Now we can see that we've got a lot of areas to reclaim before we can kind of go bullish again, or immediately bullish. Now, I'm not trying to paint the picture of perma bear or bearishness or anything like that. It's the 1st of October now, isn't it, really? So isn't this supposed to be the most bullish period known to man, according to the rest of social media? Oh my God, it's Pumptober. Oh my God, it's Pumptober. Pump in October, Pumptober. Well, I'm all for it, but as far as pumping is concerned, it really does have to reclaim 65,000 really on a 4-hourly to get the ability to move higher. And even when it does move higher, 68,000 would appear to be the top so far. If you're looking for a breakout trade, it is going to be above 68,000. That's the deal there. We're getting rejected so far in the 10 exponential. So to be fair with you, it does look like it still wants to trickle down a little bit, as does stocks. Now that doesn't mean that altcoins have to trickle down too, because surprisingly, Ethereum is, it's slow and steady, isn't it really? If you ignore the fact that the 200 simple and exponential are above us, then really what you've got is a slow and steady uptrend. And this is how Ethereum likes to behave. I was big on Ethereum in like 2019. I bought close to 40 Ethereum back then. It's not much actually when you think about it. It was around only about $5,000 worth of Ethereum I bought back then, but it was such a frustrating hold really. Sort of sitting in it while it went up and down, sort of into profit, out of profit, into profit, out of profit. And then when it finally started to pick up pace for the last time, it was slow and steady. And then it built up and built up and built up, and then it got really popular. And everybody was like, I gotta get more ETH. ETH's the most important thing that's ever been created in life. Well, it wasn't for years, to be honest with you. And it doesn't feel like it is now if you were to go on Twitter or whatever, or X. Oh, ETH is a failed project. ETH is the worst thing you could ever hold, man. Well, as far as an indicator is concerned, it seems okay to me. The pullbacks seem to be getting bought back up, and it's slow and steady with a view to move up to 2,800 here. Last area on the 4-hourly just to be reclaimed. Remember, Bitcoin is not like this on the 4-hourly. Bitcoin has got all these areas to reclaim, and Ethereum has got this one single area to reclaim. So I'm personally looking for Ethereum to pop and move up. And that is present on the dominance chart. So there is a bigger picture here that I'm trying to build here, okay? One of bullishness and October, so you can all be pleased with that. But the dominance chart rejecting, remember, from the 58.5% dominance chart. Exactly as expected. And now we're sort of losing that 50 exponential, which is a good look, because the next major area on this chart is 55.6. So that would be great for the dominance chart. That means altcoins are likely to start and continue to pump up. So every time we get a pullback in the market, the dips are for buying in altcoins, really, until further notice. You shouldn't get too complacent about that, but that's how it would appear right now. Bitcoin, I wouldn't say the pillar of strength, but compared to Ethereum, and I suppose when you reference the dominance chart, it certainly looks quite good. So buying the dips on Ethereum and the dips given to us by Bitcoin, and I suppose S&P to an extent, but the S&P closed quite well yesterday, but I still think it's going to come down. So remember that. This is my strategy. I'm going to buy the altcoin dips in the face of stocks and Bitcoin pullbacks. Simple as that. Simple as that. There's nothing much more to say. That is my strategy until further notice. It might last a couple of days, might last a week, might last the whole of October, might last for the rest of this year. But that would appear to be the most obvious strategy to go with. And I suppose that would complement the idea of alt season. And if we were always talking about a potential alt season take place from 58.5% dominance. So it's all merging together, isn't it, really? But yeah, it doesn't mean that we can't continue to go down before we bounce back up. But remember, I believe currently that if we get these big moves down, then you buy the altcoin dip. So that would be it. There's nothing much more to say about it than that. Now I've got to go do a school run, and then I've got to take my other kid to a hospital appointment, and then I've got to do this and I've got to do that. So I'm in a bit of a rush this morning. I don't think I'll even bother creating a thumbnail for the video, to be fair. What's the point? What is the point? Anyway, hopefully I'll see you on the Patreon live stream tonight. We'll have a little bit more of an in-depth look at some of these individual altcoins. But long story short, dips to be bought for altcoins with good charts. And alt season is upon us, just moving into second gear now, which is good. We've been in first gear for a week. Time to move to second gear. Love it. Right, thanks for watching. Take it easy.